Hello, Fujifilm colorist here, and today we're going to talk about shooting RAW and editing RAW files for the first time. Now, some of you might have put off editing RAW files, shooting RAW, because JPEG just seems so much easier. It does all the work for you, and you don't have to mess about with post-editing. And I'm going to show you an easy way to edit your RAW files, and once you learn that, you won't go back to shooting JPEG only. So let's crack on with this. So you might have a MacBook or PC. I have a MacBook here, and the first thing you need to do is to look at whether it is compatible. So I will go to the Apple icon here, have a look at my MacBook, and I can see Mac operating system Big Sur version 11.7.10. So you need to remember that, make a note of this, because it might be critical to which version you download, or whether it is compatible at all with the FUJIFILM X RAW Studio. Now, I already have the app downloaded, but I'm going to show you the steps that you will need to do to get to it. So I'll go to Chrome, and then I will type in Fuji X Studio in the search bar, and it'll come up with a search Fujifilm X RAW Studio software. Click on that. It'll bring you to this web page, and you can have a look at what version is the latest. So you can see 23rd of October 2025 there was version 1.28 that's suitable for Windows and Mac. You can double click on that. You can have a look at the overview, compatibility chart. Let's have a look at that, and you can see which version your software you're running will be suitable. So I have Mac OS 11 Big Sur. It is compatible. There's a big tick there. And if you scroll down, you can look at the cameras. Now I'm running the XH1, yes, the XT3, yes, and the X106, that's okay. So now we can go ahead and download the software. You just tick on the I agree button, press download. Now it's downloading, but I've already got the software on there. Once you click on that, it will ask you to transfer to your folder or file. I just literally drag that and put it into the file, but you don't need to do that if you already done that. I can see that it's already in my system. I then pinned it to the taskbar for ease of using the taskbar. Now you need to, once you've taken your RAW files, you need to upload them to your computer the regular way that you would normally do through your SD card. You might be a Wi-Fi transfer, it might be through a cable. I like to transfer my images through an SD card and through the USB converter. It's just a faster transfer for me. I know which images I want to select, and it's just a quicker workflow for me. Once the file is transferred into the computer, I can literally show you now. I remove the SD card from the camera of my X106. I insert it into the dock, the USB dock, like that. Open up the SD card, and I can see I've got one image already there. Now I'm going to put them into a file where I can locate them at a later date. Because I've taken this with the X106, I want to put it in a folder where I will remember where they were taken from. So I've got 3 cameras set up, 3 folders. I've got X106, XH1, XT3. So I'm going to put it in this folder. I'm just going to paste it in here. Okay, that's done. Close the box. I can remove the SD card. Always eject it from the computer before you remove the SD card to avoid potential data loss. So once that's done, I'll open back the software again. Now I need to connect the camera to the computer. So this is the problem with the X106 case. It's a beautiful case, but it blocks the compartment that houses the USB slot. So once you remove that and plug the USB in, now before I do that, there is a setting that you need to change. It is the connection mode in the network setting. So this needs to be at USB raw conversion backup restore setting. So select that. So that's on that. Now I'm plugging the USB in. It will flash to say that it's waiting to connect to the camera. Right, the camera is now connected. You can see it's picked up that the camera has registered the X106 version 1.31 firmware. The battery level is 19%. These are my custom profiles which I stored on the camera. These was picked up from the Fuji X Weekly. I've added some of my own. So I've got Porter 400, Reggie's Porter 400, Kodak Tri-X to simulate Henri Cartier-Bresson's profile, Kodachrome 64, Real Ace. I've got the Leica Mono and the Leica X. So you can click on the custom setting and you can make further adjustments. So if you're not happy with the current profile, you can change the format to 3.2. Or if you want a lesser file size, you can switch to normal. And even change the grain effect to large and the color chrome to weak. So you can play about with the settings much more so than you can in camera, and you can look at the data of the histogram as well. You can actually click on a certain area and it will show you the information of the file, whether it's overexposed, underexposed, where the RGB color sits. Once you're happy with all the adjustment, you can make the here as well, exposure compensation to +3. This is a handy feature because if you come across certain scenarios whereas it's quite snowy, the background is quite white, or you're shooting night photography and it's underexposed, you can make that adjustment here. Once you're happy with all the adjustments, you can convert the file. Now this is converting the RAW file into a JPEG file. So you can see the before image and then after image, after post editing. So that's it. That's the short version of the editing the RAW file. I hope you found this useful. Please hit the like and subscribe button for more tips and tricks. Thank you.